Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Diablos and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Mexico City Diablos and the Carolina Panthers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This one taken just inside the 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down. Hurts into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, Howell. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. To throw again on second down. Howell. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First down, Howell to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Steps away. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Powell.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marquise Brown, 58 yards.
And the Diablos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games, is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Faking the handoff. Howell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. ETN up the middle. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts, right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Howell now to throw it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Howell. He's got his man, Thornton. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, incomplete to Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Throw finding Thornton over the middle. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And almost but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DJ Ronham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
30, 10, and touchdown.
Tutu Atwell.
78 yards.
And the Diablos have taken the lead. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
To throw, Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Play fake, Winston. He'll buy some time right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. But certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now, since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down throw for Winston. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. Caught here by Griffin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
Open man downfield is Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right, nowhere to go.
And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this time he is in.
Yes.
So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run from the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
Jameis now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Warner. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
On third down, it's Gainwell.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Winston now.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This defense coming out after the half, and if that play's any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is taken at the 23. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. Play action now, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. To throw is Winston. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Winston now to throw on 1st down.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bates. To the air again with Winston. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to it. The decision to take and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Kari Blasingame.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Here's Griffin on the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Max Crosby able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've gotten right back in this ballgame after a very sluggish 1st half. Back when you played, after a bad half in the locker room, is it usually the coaches or sometimes the players who are the most vocal?
It's usually the coaches. But I do remember one time in particular where the coaches started to talk about what they wanted us to do in the 2nd half. And a couple of leaders stepped forward and said, "Coach, we've got this," and pretty much ushered them out. And they delivered the halftime message. It worked, too. We played much better in the 2nd half and came back and won.
Well, whoever said something at halftime, it's working right now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Tucker. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. To throw, Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the red zone now, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Jameis to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second down and goal. Winston. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. John Bates from 4 yards out. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a first down and one less down to try and get it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. He'll look to throw.
And he will find Atwell. That's complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to throw again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, remember now, no overtime in the preseason, but where the score's at now, overtime would be unlikely. If these guys can put it in the end zone here, they'd be looking pretty good. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and a receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.